Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to LD Alajuelense versus Alianza FC in Scotiabank CONCACAF League 2022 quarterfinal, leg 2. La Liga de CONCACAF de Scotiabank 2022 quartos de final, partido volta. 1-0 on aggregate. Alajuelense leads 1-0 global for this matchup. Down in Costa Rica, Alajuelense at home at Alejandro Morera Soto, trying to finish off this tie and get it done and move on to the semifinals for the second time in 3 years. This time a two-legged semifinal. Try to become champions again of this tournament for the second time in 3 years and end the tournament as champions. So we shall see what happens. Alajuelense is in the lead, have an away goal. Can they do anything with that? Lineups are as follows. In goal, Leonel Moreira. The back four, Carlos Mora, Eric Caboceta, Giachero, Alexis Gamboa, Aubrey David. Midfielders, Aaron Suarez, Celso Borges, Alexander Lopez, and Brian Ruiz. And the front two, Johan Venegas and Dorian Rodriguez. Up top for Alajuelense. For Alianza FC of El Salvador, Mario Gonzalez in goal, the Salvadoran number 1. The back four, Brian Tamacas, Mario Jacobo, Ivan Mancia, Alexis Montes. The midfield 5, Victor Landazuri, Oscar Rodriguez, Narciso Orellana, Michael Mercado, and Marvin Monterosa, the captain. And up front, Camilo Delgado. Up top for Alianza. Ooh. LAFC is sucking right now, sadly enough. Toronto won't have the chance to pop them in the playoffs. There's no way. That is what it is. Got Rebel in the house, work your ass off, and one day you don't have to introduce yourself. Damn right. There's 3 things in life you'll never get back: time, words, and opportunities. For me, I wasted some time. I didn't say the words I wanted to, but at least I got the opportunities. All you got to do is get those opportunities and make them work. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But at some point, you're going to... or you have, but people at some point are going to realize that you can't get back time. You can get back your words and get back opportunities. But you still can get more opportunities and use your time better as time goes on. Just got to realize that mistakes were made and you got to move on. That's exactly what it is. Looks like a rainy night down there in Alajuela, Costa Rica. Looks like a rainy night down there. Wonder if Alajuelense is going to try to get on the front foot or just hold on to the lead. We will find out. We will find out. 90 minutes. And then penalties, possibly. Penalties can still happen. If Alianza wins 1-0 on the night, we could have a penalty shootout after 90 minutes. It's very likely. Or not very likely, but it's possible. I should say it's possible. But teams are about to walk out. We'll go through the 11s and get this one going. Of course, Alajuelense in the red and black. Of course, their classic colors. The 2020 CONCACAF League champions under Fabian Coito. Alianza in their white kits. Of course, their classic white kits as well. It's classic versus classic. Classic team versus classic team. Big club versus big club. History versus history is what we got tonight. El Salvador versus Costa Rica in this fourth quarterfinal, but first quarterfinal match of the week. A week ago, Alajuelense won 1-0 down in El Salvador to put themselves in position to win this tie. But it's not completely over yet. They still have work to do. Pumas are trying to go to the playoffs, but they're short by. They have a chance with 3 more games. Let's see how it goes. Sounds exactly like a certain other team I know. Except y'all are probably in a better position than we are. But with that being said, one of us is going to fall short. One of us won't. Maybe both of us will. I don't know. Maybe going golfing in October isn't the smartest idea. Maybe I will. Teams are walking out. Here we go. Hear the CONCACAF League anthem. Well, we won't hear it, but if you're watching the game while you're listening or watching, you'll hear the anthem, probably. Then we'll have the 11s again. Crepeau almost fucked it up. Acosta was in the right spot at the right time. Wow. Wouldn't you know? I'm starting to feel like LAFC won't win the MLS Cup this year. I'm starting to feel like, hell, even the Shield, they may lose. I'm starting to feel they're going to bottle it all. Yeah, I'm not mad about it. I feel like they're going to bottle it all. I mean, sucks the Crepeau almost ruined it, but hey, if Lillini leaves, I'll cry, but I'll be happy because maybe Tuca Ferretti is coming back to Pumas next year. Yep, has history there, and he may just come back. Kind of the way he went to Tigres for 3 spells, but was it Tigres for 3 spells? But Tuca Ferretti loves having multiple spells at teams, doesn't he? But it won't be as weird as Juarez. I'll say that much. It won't be as weird as Tuca being at Juarez at all. Not a bad result for the Timbers. Yep, good result for y'all. 1-1 draw. LAFC's been bad. They've been bad recently. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a Bob Bradley problem when it comes to them, but even then, when it didn't matter, during the regular season, LAFC got it done under Bobby Bacala. And the playoffs was one they choked. They're choking about 6 games earlier under Steve Cherundolo. So, maybe. Yeah, I agree with that. What if Alianza faces America? America would kick their ass. America would rip them to shreds. It wouldn't even take 2 legs. They wouldn't even want to play the second leg. Alajuelense is 11 under Fabian Coito. Leonel Moreira, Eric Cabelceta, Celso Borges, Johan Venegas, Brian Ruiz, Alexander Lopez, Alexi Gamboa, Dorian Rodriguez, Carlos Mora, Aaron Suarez, and Aubrey David for Alajuelense. Let me tell you something about Bob Bradley. Say you go to your fridge and you see a jug of milk that says expired 2014. What would you do with it? You would throw it away. Walter Lopez from Guatemala is the referee. Humberto Panjos, Juan Paz, the ARs, and Brian Lopez from Guatemala, the referee. You would throw away, or fourth official, you would throw away that jug of milk if it said expired in 2014. Well, Bob Bradley's system is expired in 2014. The only reason it somewhat works sometimes is that we have world-class Italians. Alianza's 11. Mario Gonzalez, Ivan Mancia, Mario Jacobo, Narciso Oriana, Victor Landazzotti, Oscar Rodriguez, Alexis Montes, Camilo Delgado, Brian Tamakis, Marvin Monterosa, and Michel Mercado for the Alianza. I mean, of course it is. But in LAFC, when it come to Bob Bradley, when it mattered, they got found out. Why? Because you could win enough games by brute force until the playoffs with world-class forwards, or at least wing players, wing players. You can win brute force. Vela and Rossi, brute force. Problem is, they never had a striker. Never. Toronto doesn't have a striker. They have Insigne and Bernardeschi. They have no strikers. Their defense sucks. Their midfield is suspect. Their goalkeeper sucks. Same thing with LAFC. Bob Bradley's system died in 2014. It expired in 2014. And we're just being force-fed it every week. And here we go. They've kicked off. Alajuelense in the black and red. Alianza in the white. And here we go. Alianza leads on aggregate 1-0. 1-0 global. They could sit back if they want, or they could attack. Either way, they're at home. They could choose what they want to do. Go ahead with it. DC's getting the wooden spoon. Yeah, probably. SKC's winning. True. Minnesota's in trouble, no Reynoso, and you suck without him. You have to go on the road for the next game. And that's headed away and cleared, but Alianza's back on it. Ooh. Here's a chance. Cross! Headed away by Alajuelense a minute in. Alianza's pushing forward. They want this. They win 1-0. We at least go to a penalty shootout. If there's a draw, Alajuelense wins the tie. Whether it's a 0-0 draw, a 1-1 draw, any draw, Alajuelense on the night wins the tie. If they lose, they at least go to penalties. If not, get knocked out entirely. If Alajuelense wins, they go through. So Alianza has to win tonight. Nothing else, nothing more can help them get through. So they're playing exactly the way they need to, but will you react to El Superclásico football at the highest levels in CONCACAF, especially since both teams are in top form? Is Chivas America being played on Sunday or Friday? Because if they are, I'll do it. If it's on a Saturday, Thursday, or Wednesday, I can't do it. I already got it planned. Let me look. It's a Saturday at 8. Nah, I can't do it. TFC will be playing Saturday. Yeah, Saturday at 8. It's a 6:30. It's a 7:30. 7:30 to 8:30. You can't do it. Get mad at the MLS schedule makers, not me. It's not my problem. Or what? You know about the schedules. I don't make the schedules. Don't get mad about me. Or don't get mad at me. MLS made the schedule the way they made it. Maybe a double reaction. There's still 30 minutes of the TFC game on at the same time. That's not really smart. Like, if it was like 9 o'clock, maybe I'd push the RSR back or try to get it recorded and then uploading as I did the second game. Maybe. Trust me, I'm not happy about TFC playing on Saturday at 6:30 either. The game doesn't matter. Still got to cover it, but guess what? Mississippi State plays on Saturday, and I'd rather watch them play LSU and rather do that live. But guess what? I only can watch an hour and a half of that game at the very most. Unless there's a rain delay, which could make it even worse for the Chivas America thing. Because knowing Orlando, maybe I'll be able to watch most of the state game, but I'm still not going to be able to do it live. So I'm not happy either. There's stuff I'd rather want to do on Saturday that isn't TFC, but that's a foul, free kick for Alajuelense. But, when it's that close, can't do it. And when it's on a TFC Saturday, it's kind of hard to pull off stuff like that. So I'd rather talk about State and LSU, to be honest, with TFC season being over. And I'm honestly pissed off with Bob Bradley. But, it is what it is. At least it's only 3 games that don't matter. It wasn't like here comes Alajuelense. They have a chance to make this 2-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. Here's a chance. Plays through. Alajuelense, crossover. There's a penalty. 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 Alajuelense. At least we got a match against South Carolina. So easy game. Yeah, Georgia's going to kick South Carolina's ass. New England's losing to Houston. I wish that would help us, but it's not. Lovely. What's bigger, Alajuelense versus Saprissa or Chivas versus America? Chivas versus America. I don't know if I have Alajuelense fans here, but Chivas versus America is in a bigger league. They're 2 of the biggest clubs in all of CONCACAF. Now, Central America, yes, Alajuelense and Saprissa is big. It is. But it's really just a Central American Classico that giant. When it comes to Canada, Mexico, and the U.S., unless you're me, it's not. Unless you're like me, it is not. Now, I know the level of it, but even I can admit, overall in CONCACAF, it's Chivas versus America that's the bigger rivalry. Alajuelense and Saprissa isn't as far off as most people in this area would think, but it's not as bad as last year, but it feels worse for some reason. I don't know why. And Johan Venegas for the goal has a penalty. Runs up, shoots it. Goal, goal, goal. Easy as you like. Johan Venegas with the penalty. 1-0 esta noche. 1-0 on the night. 2-0 on aggregate. 2-0 global. Easy as you like for Alajuelense. Gonzalez goes the other way. Johan Venegas goes to the left. No problem there. And Alajuelense is in the lead. Doubles their lead on aggregate in the 7th minute. And probably have just won this tie. Probably have just won this tie. Alianza have to win 2-1 now to go through. Another outlet exposed the Galaxy that the Galaxy don't even have full-time scouts. I'm not shocked. If there's a second goal by Alajuelense in this game on the night, I think Alianza's already finished, but they could still score 2 goals. But at this point, it looks like Alajuelense is really just trying to put them to the cross at this point, because Alajuelense is still going just as forward as they were before the penalty. Alianza has no answer, and I don't see them having an answer. I think this game, Alajuelense is easily going through. by the end of the night, and we'll be going to the semifinals, and that'll be 1-0 on my predictions. I mean, Alabama ain't as good as we think. They were pushed up against the wall by Texas. And honestly, Texas, if Quinn Ewers doesn't get hurt, would have won that game. Alabama ain't that good this year. Mississippi State could beat Alabama. And I think, who would have thought that 11-1, the one would probably be Georgia and not Alabama? I'm shocked. I mean, honestly, if we could beat Alabama, we could beat Georgia. It'll be close, but can't wait to go into. Is it in Starkville or is it in Athens? Ooh, I can't wait to see that game. 10-0 Mississippi State versus probably 10-0 Georgia. That is going to be a barn burner. Oh boy. Oh, I'll be live for it too, by the way. I'll be live for it and review it. So I'll see you then. Can't wait. History in the making, baby. History in the making. And then there'll probably be an SEC championship rematch, probably. 11-1 would still win the SEC East. And hell, 11-1 probably still win the SEC West. Unless Auburn screws us over. As in Auburn doesn't win the Iron Bowl. Or maybe Ole Miss does us a solid. I don't know. They spring the upset instead of A&M. Both Mississippi schools beat Alabama. They give us a they do us the solid. And then we beat them in the Egg Bowl. We'll see. 10th minute. Alianza going the other way. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. November 12th at Davis Wade Stadium. I literally can't wait. I can't either. The week before the World... Wait. No, it's 2 weeks before the World Cup starts. I'm not doing East Tennessee. Or doesn't Canada play Japan that day anyway? I think it may be the day before. State's going to whip East Tennessee's ass. I have no reason to do that game, even if we're coming off a loss. No reason. But you're doing Bowling Green. Well, I think Bowling Green's a little bit higher up. Columbus games and a weather delay. We'll be playing them next on short rest. Have a full week on training. Be fresher. It'd be nice if Columbus could lose out and Toronto could win out, but that would be very, very unlikely. I mean, that still could somehow get us into the playoffs, but how weird would that be? I think I'd be just delaying the inevitable, frankly. I can't, no. No. Don't even start believing that can happen. No. I'm talking to myself there. Twelfth minute. 1-0. 1-0 esta noche. 1-0 on the night. 2-0 global. 2-0 on aggregate. Alajuelense seems like they're cruising through this tie. They did last week. And here they are again this week. Cruising is what we're saying. The cruising. Cross save from Gonzalez. Just cruising. They've been the better team already. There's no question they've been the better team. They're controlling the pace, but they've been the better team. On the front foot at home, as you should be. Houston 3-1 New England. I swear to God, if the football gods are going to give us all the results we need to somehow win out and still have a chance to make the playoffs, and like sneak in, like absolutely sneak in, I'm going to be pissed. Because that means we'll probably play Montreal and then, lose to Montreal in Montreal or somehow end their playoff run. I don't know. And then lose the next week. But then again, at that point, I would probably take it. As long as we knock out Montreal as a 7 seed, I would take whatever else happens. Not going to have... Why am I talking myself into this shit? Into believing this shit? What am I doing? Because there's still a 0.5% chance that the craziest absolute outcome could happen. No way. Why do I do? Why? I don't know why I do this to myself. There's going to be a foul there. Yep. Well, I didn't choose him. The club did. I only called it. I didn't choose him. I just didn't know it would end this badly. Or go this badly. I didn't realize LAFC was a system from a bygone era and was only being carried by 2 world-class forwards. And the same thing's happening here, except we only had them for half the season. And even then, we couldn't stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Daniel Shallowy scores for SKC. He's still pretty damn good. I wish he played for Toronto. Well, to be honest, though. Can he play? I think he could kind of play striker, can he? Isn't he a free agent this year? I think at least he was supposed to be. I got an idea. Looks like they're going to make a sub. Rodolfo Zelaya on for Delgado. Already 17 minutes in. How we doing, Hans? Nice to see you. 17th minute. Ooh. Horrible pass there. Oh, well, damn. Yep. I thought maybe at the start of the year he was supposed to, but yeah, they extended him. Yep. We could trade Io Akinola. Probably not worth it. Probably end up not being worth it, though. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, yeah. 17th minute. That is definitely a foul. Free kick there for Alajuelense. Seventeenth minute. Cross in. Header cleared by Alianza. Oh. Plays forward, headed away. Nice. Oh, what a run there. Oh. Beats the Alianza midfield, takes the ball forward. Ooh. Io is falling off a cliff. He's scored 2 goals in like 15 games. Since the DC game, it's probably been about 20 games. He scored like 2 goals in like 20 games this year. He's fallen off the map. It's sad. No, he did score against Montreal in the Canadian Championship, so that's actually 4 goals and about, all comps. Still, that's trash. Trying to find that. There it is. Throw in. That's 1. 1 and 1. 1 and 2. 1 and 3. 1 and 4. Playing forward here. Alianza. Crosses in. Long ball. Cross. Still at the top of the box. Alianza. Nothing there. Going forward for... One and 7, 2, 3 and 8, 3 and 8, 3 and 9, 3 and 10, 3 and 11, 3 and 12, 3 and 14, 3 and 15, 3 and 16, 3 and 17, 3 and 18, 3 and 19. Trying to make sure. 3 and 20, 3 and 21, 3 and 22, 3 and 23, 3 and 24, 3 and 25, 4 and 26. Akinola has scored 4 goals in 26 games. He's fallen off a cliff. Two Canadian Championship, 2 MLS. Not good at all. Here comes Alianza going forward. Cross in, over the bar, shot in, that'll be over the bar. Goal kick for Alajuelense and Moreira. 22nd minute, still leading. Playing forward here. Playing forward here. Still 23rd minute. Alianza still on the back foot, trying to find the equalizer on the night. And a away goal. And something to build on in the second half. Try to get a 2-1 win. I think it would be on TUDNA. I don't think it would be on ESPN Plus. Maybe ESPN Deportes Plus, but ooh. Definitely a foul there. Yeah, I agree. Which is why it's good that most MLS, anything MLS mostly, it's about easier next year. Apple TV, Leagues Cup, MLS Next Pro. I've heard from multiple sources. MLS Next Pro, MLS Leagues Cup, MLS playoffs. Playing for Campeones Cup, I think, is on. I think Campeones Cup is under that deal as well on Apple TV. So, almost everything, every game Toronto plays next year, besides 3, will be on Apple TV. Whether I'm able to watch the other ones because of Fubo, Fox Sports, Fox Soccer Plus. Canada's games are on FS1 because of Gold Cup, of course. And Nations League is Paramount Plus. Women's games, I think the Women's World Cup is on Fox. So pretty much Apple TV, Fox, Champions League, I think is still, as far as I know. Champions League is still on Fox Sports, as far as I know. Or it could be YouTube, but it's probably one or the other. And TUDNA, of course. Liga MX is on TUDNA. So like 3 networks is all I need for MLS. Or just CONCACAF in general. But I'll be on a Fire Stick or something because I'll probably have Fubo by next season, so that'll be good. Tata released Mexico's roster from their upcoming friendlies and nothing really changed. What makes you think something was going to change? That's my question. What made you think something was going to change? Alajuelense gives it away. Here's Alianza, but Alajuelense foul. Free kick Alianza, 26th minute. Damn. Pachuca is good. Real good. I thought they were going to fall off, frankly. I'm shocked they haven't. They've had a pretty good season, Pachuca. I thought they were a half-season wonder. Or a second-half wonder. That's the better word. But no, they're real. Pachuca's a real team. They're good. They're dangerous. Cross in, headed away. 27th minute. They are a dangerous team, Pachuca. They could definitely go deep again. We'll see, though. Foul. Free kick for Alajuelense. When's the Canada roster announcement? Sometime this week. Maybe I'll make a video. Oh, wait. Can't make a video about it on Friday. Maybe I'll do it like the start of next week. Sunday? Well, I could do that. I'm sure it'll be sometime this week. It has to be. I don't think there's going to be anything really shocking about it besides maybe 3 or 4 players sort of getting their tryout chance, so to speak. But I don't think there's really going to be any difference. Of course, Oso, he probably won't play. I'm sure he'll be there. Same as Tajon Buchanan. Those 2, I'm not sure if they'll play, but I'm sure they'll be there. Yep. I mean, Henry Martin, he could get there. It's not completely over yet. There's a couple of games. There's a foul. And by the way, I'll at least do both legs of the, or at least one of the legs of the Apertura final, if not both. I should be able to do both, depending on what happens that week before MLS Cup. I think CONCACAF final will be Wednesday, and then that Thursday would be the Liga MX final, the start of it. So, and then Sunday, because they play a really quick turnaround. They always do. So, and we always know the Sunday after MLS Cup is the Liga MX final, Apertura final, second leg. So we'll be on that. And then after that, there'll be some content in between that and the World Cup. Don't worry. Good shot there. But right to Gonzalez. As I said, I will be going live for the Mississippi State-Georgia game. Thirtieth minute. Crossover. Shot. Thirtieth minute. I mean, that's you. That's you. That's what you want to watch. Because of a rain delay, I mean, that's you. 2-0 Tigres over Chivas. Where's Jesus? Explain. You got some explaining to do. 31st minute. Chivas losing to Tigres. You got some explaining to do, Jesus. Where are you? 31st minute. Alajuelense still on the front foot. Easily cruising to a win in this quarterfinal tie. And it could be easily, that could have been it. That could have been it. But pass was cut off. Almost in behind. That could have easily been one. Plays through. That was a horrible pass. That's out for a throw. 32nd minute. Cross in. Header. Horrible. 33rd minute. But that's a corner. Seems like. Yep. Alajuelense scores. I think this tie is definitely over that point. So, with that being said, Allianz has had their moments, but I just don't see. Chivas need 2 more goals. They literally need to lock on 5th place. Toluca play really worse. Yeah. Caboseta plays forward. 33rd minute. David. Former Saprissa man, now an Alajuelense man. That seems a little bit down and dirty, but I mean, hey, if they paid him more money. Loyalty isn't a thing in the 2020s. What is your opinion on Alajuelense Stadium? I love it. It's sad they're replacing it because I think Alejandro Moreno Soto is a beautiful stadium. I don't think it needs replacing. It's sort of like Busch Stadium 1, the Cardinals' old, or Busch Stadium 2, I should say. The Cardinals' last stadium before they built the current Busch Stadium. I don't think it needed to be replaced. I don't think Moreno Soto needs to be replaced, and I don't think Busch 2 needed to be replaced. They're both beautiful stadiums that are still useful. They're still in pretty good shape. And there's a lot of history to it. I don't know why you need to replace it. I don't know why you'd want to. It just hosted a U20 World Cup. Why are you going to replace it? It does just fine. Now, if you want to be state-of-the-art, that's fine, which, I mean, again, in that situation, what they're planning for the new Alajuelense Stadium looks like it'll be world-class, state-of-the-art, just like Busch 3 is state-of-the-art. But it didn't need to be replaced. It doesn't need to be replaced. And I would love to somehow go to Moreno Soto before it gets replaced. I would love to. I would love to take it in as it is. I would love to take it in. But just as when I was a kid, really young, I was able to take in the old Busch Stadium before it got replaced. Even though I lived in St. Louis since I was 4, so there's a different situation there. But you know what I mean. I like to compare it to that because I think the situation is very similar. But I'd love to at least go to Moreno Soto once before it gets replaced with the new Alajuelense Stadium. I would love to. I think it's beautiful. I don't get why it's being replaced unless it's greed. But that's my thoughts, personally. You won't hear Saprissa talking about replacing Estadio Ricardo Saprissa. You would never hear that. And it's honestly, Moreno Soto's better than Saprissa. Honestly, as far as I know, or as far as I could tell, Moreno Soto's better than Ricardo Saprissa. It is. And I'm not just saying that because it's an Alajuelense game. I think, personally, Alejandro Moreno Soto is better than Ricardo Saprissa. That's what I think, personally. Thoughts of Machine Gun Kelly. I'm not a fan. They're replacing it because that part of the city, there's no more room to make the stadium bigger and add parking slot and stuff. The new place of the stadium will be located next to their CAR training facility. Okay, that makes sense, but that's sort of the similar situation of Busch 3. They wanted to make stuff better just to make stuff better. They had this ham-fisted idea, which, I mean, Ballpark Village eventually came around, but it took a good couple of years. It's really just all about greed, because then you have more parking spaces. It's closer to the training ground. You're making more of a profit off of it. You're probably going to raise the ticket prices. It's all basically just saying, yeah, we're okay with our old stadium, but this is a better situation. We don't care what you think. And we're probably going to screw you over in the process. You, the paying consumer, get screwed over in the process. So it is what it is, but I was born in Mississippi, which there's a reason why I was down there about a couple of weeks ago for the first time in 13 years. I was born in Mississippi. I live in Illinois, 15 minutes out from St. Louis. You know this. They're not getting rid of Alejandro Moreno Soto. They're apparently going to keep it there. For what? Random games? The women's team? I mean, at least they're going to keep it there, so I have more of a chance to see it. But it would kind of suck if it's just to see it. Like, personally, if I was going to see Moreno Soto, I'd want it to be a big game, like a CONCACAF League, CONCACAF Champions League, CONCACAF League, Apertura Final, Clausura Final. That's what I want it to be. Yeah, it is. It's one of them. I'd say Chicago's worse, but they're both up there. And Illinois wants to let frickin' certain offenders of pretty heinous crimes walk free with bond until they're. Look it up. Illinois is being lenient on like second degree unaliving. What are you doing? I hate Illinois. I want out of here. I want out of this godforsaken state. I mean, I always did, but now they're basically just saying, hey, we may just let the purge happen. Yeah, good job, J.B. Pritzker, you idiot. Yeah, good job, J.B. Pritzker, you rolling, you grimace-looking idiot. How about you go roll, sit and rotate? I could see it. Semifinals or final, I could see it. I'm not saying they will, but I'd say it's like not likely, but possible. Unless you're laughing about the J.B. Pritzker thing, I wouldn't be laughing. Illinois' got problems. Same year in Houston. Criminals get away with serious crimes and only pay $100 and back on the street again. At least they have to bond out. Illinois is basically turning into catch and release. They don't even have to bond out. What's wrong with this state? I hope JB loses in November because that's the only way. They may just shit can that law after 2 weeks. I wasn't voting for JB anyway. I did not vote for him in 2018. I'm not voting for him this year, just so you know. I never did, and I never will. I never liked him, and here we are. It was a very strong stadium when the games were at 11 a.m. because Alajuelense's weather is very hot, so the rivals felt the heat. Yep. If you watch at St. Louis Stadium, what's it like and what's your opinion? Talk about Busch 3 or Busch 2? Because Busch Stadium 3, the current Busch Stadium, is a state-of-the-art stadium. It's honestly one of the best stadiums in MLB. I mean, it's only been around for 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 16 years. It should be, but it's pretty safe around Busch Stadium and the Scott Trade Center. If you know where you're going and just are paying attention, you'll be safe. Now, if you're just futzing around after a game, you're kind of putting yourself in a bad position, but it's some places. But with that being said, Busch inside the stadium is beautiful. Before a game, it's good. After a game, it could get a little bit dicey, especially if it's later on. But as long as you're paying attention and in some certain spots, if you're paying attention, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If you have street smarts, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. What is your opinion on Tribal Chief head of the table, Roman Reigns? I love his heel work. I think he's doing great as a champion. I wish he dropped the title to Drew McIntyre, but, you know, it is what it is. But I like Roman's heel work. 43rd minute. Seems like every stadium and arena is in a sketchy place. I mean, you're not wrong. Is the town you live in safe? Yeah, O'Fallon's fine. O'Fallon is fine, but we're still close to East St. Louis. I mean, as far as I know, O'Fallon is safe, but you still are very close to East St. Louis and St. Louis. And things can happen, but it's not totally, like, it's, as far as I know, pretty safe around where I live. But shit could still go down. I think more of the problem is Chicago, as in that's where it really is going to be a problem what they're planning to do, but we're going to find out if everywhere else is as just disparately affected. So we'll find out. Alajuelense shot blocked away. Gonzalez over the bar. See you, Rory. Have fun at that. Have fun at your futsal game. Good luck. I mean, you could say so, but I mean, I'm sure it attracts the wrong crowd at times, especially after a game. I was thinking Centene Stadium. Oh, well, I mean, I've seen the pictures. I've seen the area. It's right near the Union Station. That's not a bad area. Union Station's always been okay, which is kind of close to Scottrade. It's very close to that area. It's Scottrade, Union Station, Centene. It's all very close to each other, but that's not a bad area in general. I think Centene Stadium is going to be a beautiful stadium. I'll definitely try to go there at least once or twice next year, even if it's not a Toronto game. We'll see what happens. Or, hey, if they have MLS Next Pro Final and it's Toronto FC 2 versus STL City 2, I'm sure they'll play it at Centene Stadium, so I'll probably be there for that if that's the case. But it seems okay to me. I've never had any problems around Scottrade or the Union Station. And now it's an aquarium. Probably even better than what it was when it was a dead-ass mall. So, 1 minute of stoppage time here. Is El Estadio Azteca the most difficult stadium to play in CONCACAF? Yes. Yes. That's obvious. Alianza is going to be down at the break. They're going to have to score 2 goals in the second half, to try to get through this tie. I don't think they do it. They really need to score a goal and not allow another in the first half to have a chance. They still have some time. This is their last chance to do it. I mean, plays through. I mean, that's not so bad, but street preachers and walking out a bunch of homeless people with signs, "Welcome to Columbus." I mean, that doesn't sound so bad compared to what can happen in St. Louis or Chicago. It's halftime. Halftime in this match. 1-0 on the night. 1-0 esta noche. 2-0 on aggregate. 2-0 global. Alajuelense's got this game by the throat. They should be able to hold on for another 45, but we shall see. Are you going to stream Herediano's game? Yes. Yes. That's the game that I think has more chance to possibly go Herediano's way, or it's not completely over yet, on Thursday. So, yes, at 7 o'clock, I'll be live for Herediano versus Real España. Herediano versus Real España, and I'll be able to review it. And I may do a And if I have to do a review for Olympia Dirianhen, that later that night I will record my recap and then put it up to be premiering on Friday for the quarterfinals and semifinal predictions, if that's the case. So we'll see. But Herediano I will be doing. That's already there. It's set up and ready to go once it's ready to go. On Thursday. We have Campeones Cup tomorrow. Oh, they are. They are. But going down to Costa Rica, the tie's not over. Herediano has the away goal. The tie's not over like the Olympia Dirianhen tie. This tie is not over by a stretch of the imagination. España's got to do this right. They have to. And the fact that this year's their only CONCACAF League experience, even though they're already going to Champions League no matter what happens, maybe that makes them pull off the gas a little bit. But we'll see what happens. I don't think that tie is over at all. Yes, España's in a very good position, but I don't think the tie is over. Now, if they have a good performance on the road in the first half, it'll probably be over. The second half won't matter, but we'll see. But with that being said, we'll take a short break at half. Tigres 2-0, Chivas halftime. Chivas fluke run is done. Let's just hope America loses tomorrow against Santos. We'll see. We'll take a short break at the half. We'll talk about the stats, and we'll be back for the second half. Of course, we'll review the game after it's over and be done for the day, and then I'll see you for Campeones Cup tomorrow, which should be a very good game, just because of the fact both teams are crap right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Do I want New York to win? Let's be honest, yes, but we do not know. But sit tight, we'll be back. Back for the stats, the half. Here we go. We got 4 shots to 1, 3 shots on goal to 0. Alianza has not had a chance on goal. No assists on either side, 5 steals to 4. 8 fouls to 11, 45% possession to 55% possession, 1 offside to 0, 1 corner to 1, 162 correct passes to 253, 21 incorrect passes to 9, 203 passes to 262, 90% pass accuracy to 97% pass accuracy. No yellows to 1, no reds on either side, but Alajuelense is leading 1-0 on the night. And they, honestly, I think they have had the better performance so far in this match. I think they've been the better team on the night. I think they've done what they had to do at home. They've followed their game plan to a T and done exactly what they needed to do to put this game in their position and put this game better for them. They've done exactly what they needed to do. That's a very good thing. It's a very good thing. They got more time, and we'll see exactly what happens throughout the rest. But we'll see exactly what happens throughout the rest. Can't wait to see where this goes. But Alajuelense's been the better team, and I think they'll keep on showing that. Show that power. I don't think Alianza's really shown anything to show that they could score 2 goals and hold the 1-0 or the 1 goal they've allowed to get through on aggregate. I don't see it. I think personally, when it comes down to it, Alajuelense has this tie wrapped up. All they got to do is not screw it up. Now, last time, they've been in a very close tie at home in the CONCACAF League. Well, they screwed it up against Guastatoya, but I think this team is different. They want to redeem themselves from last year, such as Olympia wanting to redeem themselves from last year as well, which is exactly why at first I thought Alajuelense Olympia would be the final. I think it's a double redemption story, and whoever wins redeems themselves and becomes the only 2-time champion this tournament's ever seen. Could that be the case with Real España? I don't know if that could be, but we either never have a champion who's won more than once in this tournament's history. That's possible, still is possible. Or we have a team that bookends it or wins a second trophy. Don't know. But with that being said, I think Alajuelense gets through this one. I think they got it wrapped up. The way they're playing, I don't think they are going to screw up. Maybe they'll score another goal, especially if they do. It definitely is over at that point. But I'd say right now, I'm very comfortable with the way Alajuelense is playing. And if somebody is an Alajuelense fan, if you are an Alajuelense fan, I would say you should be very comfortable with a tie, the way it's going as well. So I think they're in the semifinals at this point. I don't see how they wouldn't be. I don't see how. But then again, we'll see what happens. I liked Alphonso Davies' game against Barcelona. Excuse me. Many Real Madrid fans want Davies to go to Real Madrid to replace Mendy. They're talking about it in Spain a lot. Would you like to see him as a Real Madrid player? Yes, I think Alphonso Davies, he's played well at Bayern since he's been there. But Davies is destined for better. And I think he's a very good footballer, and I think he fits not Bayern's, but Real Madrid's style. I think, well, he does fit Bayern's style, but I think he also fits Real Madrid's style under Ancelotti. And I think he is better than Mendy. Ferland Mendy as a player. I think he's better. And I think he easily could replace him and be a top player. A top player for Real Madrid, and I think he could play well there. I'd love to see Davies be at Real Madrid, and I would definitely get Alphonso Davies' Real Madrid kit. I like Real Madrid, of course. Have a Real Madrid kit. I'd like to get another one. But I'd love to see it. Check Twitter. People are pretty much waiting for a postponement, not official yet. Yeah, I would agree. Well, the way it's going, yeah, it's probably a postponement. Just getting these cards ready. There we go. And here we go. Teams are walking out for the second half. Here we go. Boom. Cards ready. Canada, yes. USMNT, Costa Rica, and Mexico, probably not. I think they're all sort of on the same day as well, but I really, as I said, I have to look at the schedule, and I'll do what I have to do, but no, it's Huddersfield. It's their last Premier League, away kit. This is some... I don't even think that's a Premier League Asia patch. That's just the people who made this kit or something. Looking like a Premier League patch, but nah, it's Huddersfield's one of their Premier League kits. It's just the same colors, so that's why I wore it. Not as bad as wearing that SpongeBob kit for Olympia, but it's their colors as well. I make things work is what I have to do. You know this. Lionel Moreira's been criticized heavily because of his current level. How do you see him in this game? I mean, I think he's been okay. He's not as good as he was in 2020 and 2021. I think he's fallen off a bit. I think he's definitely... There was a moment where I thought Lionel Moreira could have at least been just as good as Keylor Navas. Gondala for Ruiz for Alajuelense is a substitution. But turns out, he's fallen off. Ever since he allowed that goal against Canada and Edmonton, he hasn't been the same. But I thought he's been okay tonight. I don't think he's been as good as his 2020 self or his 2021 self, but he's definitely better than what he's recently been. I would say. He hasn't had much to do, but he's done what he's had to do. That's the thing. Canales is on for Tamakis. Sub at the half for Alianza, and they're honestly probably giving up at this point. Here's a chance. No offside. Nope, that is offside. I don't know if they will. I wouldn't be shocked if they did. As a send-off. As a double send-off, but I don't see them. I could see a double send-off, but I just don't. Saudi Arabia, yes. Japan, I say a draw at the very best. I don't see them beating Japan. I don't see U.S. beating Japan. I see them beating Saudi Arabia. I do not see the U.S. beating Japan. I could see them drawing. I do not see them beating Japan, but that's on the same day as one of Canada's friendlies, which is sad because part of me would definitely love to cover that game, but I would be definitely rooting for Japan in that sense. I just don't have a Japan kit, sadly. I could wear my Mario shirt or something. I do have a shirt that's, or I could wear that Hideo Itami shirt, that Kenta shirt. I could do that. Again, I'll look at the. Oh, yes. And it's grown definitely since 2002, so this one would definitely be even more hostile. But I definitely want to see it somehow. I definitely want to see it. Does that mean Mexico would have to win El Quinto Partido? Probably, but 8:25 a.m. Eastern Time next Thursday. Holy shit. Let me see if the Canada game is that's a save. I may just have to stay up for that one. Well, I'll take a short nap, or at least the Canada game. I'll probably take a short nap in between and then wake up. We'll see what happens. And then go back to sleep. We'll make it work, though. Which Alajuelense young players called your attention? I don't know if young player-wise, next Friday, not Thursday. My bad for the Japan game. Yeah, I thought it was on the same day as Canada's, and I think that was a Friday. I don't know if it's a young player in general, but I'm definitely caught my attention. I would say Alexander Lopez. I think he's been very good. I think Gamboa's been pretty good as well. Venegas, of course, is still Johan Venegas, but he's older. He's old. A lot older than I thought he was. I will admit that. I used to think that man was in his mid-20s. No, he's almost 30. Probably is 30 at this point. Dorian Rodriguez, he's okay. I don't think he's bad. I think he's definitely... I don't think anybody in the starting 11 is that young per se, but the Johan Venegas Young Enough Award goes to a couple of players. Canada has yet to release a time for the Qatar match. Alexander Lopez is number 10 in Honduras. Yes. And I thought he was okay when he played for Honduras. I thought he was okay when he played for Honduras, but I think he's better here. But, of course, Honduras has sort of been questionable recently. That's putting it lightly. Dorian is 19. He never caught my eye on Honduras. I will admit that one. He never caught my eye there. The number 19. And he never caught my eye there. But here, I think he sort of is. But again, Alajuelense is a very good side compared to what Honduras is right now. So, again, it's all about what's around you. It's all about what's around you, personally, is why I think. Here comes Alajuelense trying to push forward. Costa Rica plays against South Korea at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on September 23rd. 6 a.m. Central. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. No. That's just completely stay up and then go to sleep after the match. But I think they could defeat Uzbekistan and they would at least draw South Korea. I don't know if they beat South Korea, but I know they possibly could, but they definitely could draw them. I don't think they lose, or at least it's not going to be an embarrassing loss. It's going to be a tight match, a very tight match. Gondola Cross, that's out for a corner, as it looks like, for Alajuelense. Samir Felix is from Honduras. He is an interesting player that Alajuelense has. He's 18. On the bench, I think. But I'd love to see him play, get subbed on. He is not on the bench tonight. They have not put him on the bench. Ah, well, that's sad. Ah, damn. Hopefully we see him later in the tournament. Cross in. Shot! Save! Or blocked away. I have not seen... Yeah, I'll look up. Oh, why not? This game is pretty much over anyway. Woo! You got good taste. Hold on. Yeah, I know that. Hold on. You got good taste. That's all I'm going to say. You got good taste. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, that's what I think. That jersey would have been a number one seller in the MLS. Alajuelense, yes. What, in your opinion, what African nation will go the furthest? Really hoping for an African nation to make some noise this World Cup. Honestly, for me, let me go back to the draw page. Yeah, we're right there. We're right there. For me, ooh, wait, no. There we go. Senegal. I have a feeling. Mancia for Alianza has been given a red card. Alajuelense's up a man with a free kick. But I say Senegal. Sadio Mane. That they definitely can make a run. I have a feeling. They seem like the best team there from Africa. I could also see Ghana making a run as well. I think Ghana could make a run as well. But I'm definitely a lot more higher on Senegal. I'm a lot higher on Senegal. Cameroon could possibly as well. Agreed. Here's a free kick. 10. Costa Rica is facing South Korea because South Korea, yep. USA will make some noise. I mean, I'm sure they will. I think Canada will too. I think all the CONCACAF teams, at least in, what's the word? Relative to their position, will make some noise. So Costa Rica will even make some noise. Does that mean they get out of the group? No. But does it mean they give it a run? Yes. Canada, they make some noise. USA will make noise. Then again, Mexico, maybe not. Their noise may not be the most positive noise, though. Plays through. Shot. Goal off the board. Off the ad board and past the post. That's a goal kick. Yep, I remember. Euro 2004. No, Greece-Portugal was a final in Euro 2004, but... Or was that... But I remember. Both. That may be both games, maybe two different games, but I remember. Greece had a good little generation there. They did. What's your opinion about Fabian Coito? Damn, that's late. I hate to be a Crew fan right now or a Miami fan right now. What's your opinion about Coito? Because when he was in Honduras was playing good. I remember they made a really good game against Canada, but after that, they were a mess. I don't think Honduras being bad was Coito's fault. I think he kept that ship together as long as he was there, and it got a lot worse when he got sacked. Personally, I thought Coito was a good manager, and I still think he is. Sad part is, I think he was keeping that ship together in Honduras, and they sacked him, thinking it was going to make everything better. It did not. It got worse. Coito's Honduras, even during the Octo, was still possible. They could have got something done, as you see from the U.S. game. Then after they sacked him, it's just like, no, you threw everything away, and it was obvious that it was even worse. And they still haven't recovered yet. So, Jefferson Soteldo's back in Brazil with Santos. Yep. I'm not shocked. That man, I'm not shocked. That Brazil, the best player on Brazil didn't make their squad, Douglas Costa. Yeah, the man just scored a banger of a free kick 2 weeks ago. How does he not make the squad? How do you miss that? That's sarcasm, okay? I'm not being serious at all. What's that? It's Asian teams this year. They all got effed over with their groups for the World Cup. Yep, they got some hard groups, all of them. Sadly, Japan may just not be as good as Costa Rica. That group that Costa Rica's in is a group of death, but it could also end up being a group of death for Japan. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Costa Rica got very, very close to getting out of that group, or at least third place. I wouldn't be shocked. Portugal also had a great generation as well. Rui Costa, Figo, João Pinto, Cristiano Ronaldo, young Ronaldo. Yeah, that generation was gold. Sadly, they wasted it. Now, they got a manager who's wasting the last years of Ronaldo. So, I don't get it. I mean, Douglas Costa's a name, and Galaxy fans will fall for it. The dude's a jackass. Jefferson Soteldo is a cancer. He is a malignant jackass, narcissist, who thinks he's the God's greatest gift to football. I'm glad this man is absolutely ripping locker rooms apart and getting exposed for being a jackass. For being high on his own, thinking his shit don't stink, being high on his own hype. That's what you get. You're back in the same situation you were a year ago. And you blew it all up yourself. Now take that horse pill and swallow it. And maybe you will go to Europe now that you know you're an egotistical punk. Yeah, you do have some talent. Some. You're not as good as they say. If you were as good as they say, I mean, I don't know if somebody could have single-handedly carried that TFC team to the playoffs. But, he definitely could have single-handedly carried Tigres to the playoffs, or at least actually won the damn thing. If he's so good, how could he not displace Florian Thauvin, right? He's better than Thauvin, right? Is what people would say. Venezuelan Messi, right? And he never did. This man should have been the savior for TFC. He was not. Cool, you have Pele's number. And the worst thing Santos has done, now that Soteldo is back, is give him back the number 10. Maybe he won't learn his lesson. Because he's like, I got Pele's number back. That's great. I have my number 10 back. Not realizing the situation that put him in this situation is him believing his own hype. Prime Portugal with young Cristiano Ronaldo. Rafael Leao could have a great level for the World Cup and help Cristiano Ronaldo. I think so. I just hope he makes it. I'm surprised he let himself be a sub and not kick up shit about it. That's what I'm shocked about. But he still did the same exact shit he did at Toronto. Tried to do all his tricks. I mean, he was a bit better at Tigres. He actually scored goals, but that helps because Tigres is actually a good team at that point. The one thing Bob Bradley did right was take out Soteldo's click. That's the one thing he's done right. Does that put us into some shit? Maybe. Does that hurt Bob? Probably does, but damn it, it had to be done. You don't let other cells that are cancerous stay in the body after you excise the tumor. You get all the cells, right? So all the other people in Soteldo's clique had to go. Do I agree with it? No. Do I think we should have done more in the offseason to replace those players? Yes. Instead of just playing TFC2 players? Yes. But did it need to be done? Yep, it did. It did. That's the one thing I agree with. I saw David Beckham recently with Keylor Navas. Would you like to see Keylor play in MLS? If that's his last choice, sure. But Keylor Navas is honestly super disrespected just because he's from Costa Rica. He should still be at Real Madrid right now. He should still be starting at Real Madrid right now. He's better than Courtois. He's honestly better than Donnarumma. He should be starting in Europe right now. And the fact he isn't is absolutely bonkers. He's absolutely disrespected because he's Costa Rican. It's like, yeah, you're great, but then the time they see somebody with a bigger name who's possibly better, they give that guy a run. And Donnarumma, and I'm an Italian fan. I love Italy. I do. Donnarumma is a joke. This man is, speaking of players up on their own hype, Donnarumma is up on his own hype. This man won the Euros, and now he thinks he can't do no wrong. And this man already effed over AC Milan to go to PSG and made them on a free. He tried to make something happen with his release clause, but then he went out on a free and went to PSG. Exactly. And now that he's won a freaking Euros, this man has absolutely, definitely got egotistical, and he already was. His ego is astronomical. Absolutely. And he's fallen off since. The Galaxy better sign Cristiano Ronaldo after the World Cup. It's their last chance for an MLS team to sign him. Hey, it could be cool to see. Canada versus Croatia will be an entertaining match because of Borjan's political comments regarding Croatia. It definitely will be. I don't think he's going to get his ass kicked like we expect him to, but as in by the Croatian team. By getting like multiple goals put past him, but we'll find out. Mike Maignan was a blessing for AC Milan. Exactly. I agree. He's honestly exactly what Milan need. Off the bar from Alajuelense. That could have been the one. But I think he fits Milan better. Maignan. I think he's a damn good goalkeeper, and he definitely is with the cause. He's definitely part of the cause. He's with the cause. He's bought in more than Donnarumma ever did. I think he definitely needs to be given props for what he's done with AC Milan, I think, personally. Winning the league. I think so, personally. 66 minutes. Thoughts on Barcelona signing a kid with a $1 billion sign-out clause for a team to buy him? I thought Barcelona didn't have any money. Jesus Christ, they are really, and I mean really, futzing with a salary cap in La Liga. Jesus. How many levers are there? Jesus, man. Barcelona can't keep getting away with it. 67th minute. I think that Cuauhtemoc Blanco will be a good coach for Mexico. I think so. Whether it be permanent or interim, I would probably say interim is better. I think he would be good, though. I think he has enough passion for Mexico that he would try to do as much right as he could. And I think he definitely has that determination to where he could make it right. I definitely think Quarterfinals could be a great coach. I think he would be. I think he has the personality for it. I think he has the drive for it and the love for Mexico for it. So I think it works for him. I think he could do just fine. They bought him for $14 million. Now his value is $60 million. That's insane. Exactly. That's exactly what one good season can do. 68th minute, header. Alianza down a man. Has a chance here, and that's going to be a goal kick for Alajuelense. Alianza has not found any chances since they've been down a man, but luckily for them, they have not allowed Alajuelense to score again, but the Alianza still needs to score 2 goals. And down a man, they haven't come close to even scoring one. Well, even during the game while they were up or equal, they didn't even find it. $1 billion transfer fee. Who's going to pay that? Not even MLSE could pay that. What the hell? What, you think Donald Trump owns a team? Where he could take $1 billion out of his own pocket? Barcelona desperate. Barcelona's so desperate, they're going out of their minds. Jeez. Wow. You hate to see it. Well, actually, you don't. You love to see it because I love to see it. I love to see it. He's only 18, I think. $1 billion for an 18-year-old footballer. What? Who would? Nah, that's stupid. Tomorrow, Campeones Cup, 6:30. Atlas, New York. I'll be here for the Campeones Cup. I heard that Cuauhtémoc Blanco is thinking about resigning his position from Governor Morelos in Mexico and becoming a coach, specifically to coach L3. Well, that's what I said. He has the determination, doesn't he? I agree. Legend, Andres Cantor. 70th minute. Here comes Alajuelense. Ooh. Takes a shot, plays it through. That's a horrible pass. But is he wrong, though? But is Hugo Sanchez wrong, though? No, he's not. It's like me talking trash about Bob Bradley. I would love to somehow coach TFC. Just like Hugo Sanchez would love to coach Mexico, but at least I'm speaking the damn truth. Is it talking trash? You're speaking the truth, even if you may want their position at some point. No, it's not. You're just speaking the truth. You're being honest. It's talking trash. You're making shit up and talking out of your ass to try to put somebody down on their ass. But if it's true, it's not talking trash. If they're shit and you're saying they're shit, it's not talking trash. Comes Alajuelense past the post. That was a horrible shot. Yes, I think he will. Whether he plays wing back or on the wing, I think he'll have a great season. Now, yeah, there's trash talk. ESPN Deportes. Pedri. Oh, well, he may actually have. They may be right on that. Especially Football Picante. Football Picante is an absolute trash heap of a show. I mean, my God. The hot takes that come from that show. Oh, boy. I remember when Hercules Gomez was talking with Football Picante, and they were saying Tecatito's the best team on the national team, or the best player on the national team, and Hercules just walked straight out. He's like he was so dumbfounded. He was like, nah. He took off his mic and just walked out. I'm like, I would probably, if I speak better Spanish than just enough to get by and I was on Fútbol Picante, I would probably do the same thing at some point, because it'd just be like, what? Just imagine Pedri Puig on the Galaxy. Ooh, if you could spend $1 billion to do that. Shot! Save. 73rd minute. Yep. I honestly agree. Prime Cuauhtémoc Blanco would be the best. Or... yeah, I would agree. Cuauhtémoc Blanco. Chivas 0-3 Tigres. Ooh. That's fine. 2v11 in every game. And Toronto will still find a way to lose. They'll still find a way to lose. And they'll still somehow find a way to lose to that team. Or that duo. Somehow. Or at least embarrassingly draw. Either way. Oh boy. I would be mad. I would be mad. 74th minute. '74th minute. Will that be the best duo in MLS history? Probably. Yep. They thought they could do it, but they can't. What great former Toronto FC player would you bring back to make their team actually good? Ooh. Seba Javinko. I think that's the easy answer. I would love to say Dwayne De Rosario. Well, no, we actually need a striker. Dwayne De Rosario. He's probably still got at least 20 goals in him. He's still in great shape, Dwayne. So, you know what? Damn it. Dwayne De Rosario. Dwayne De Rosario, please. You still got 20 goals in you. Go ahead and do it. Yep. Alajuelense with 2 more subs. That'll be their third. Celso Borges is off. Costa Rican legend. Probably going to his last World Cup later in the year. For our Alfaro. Alfaro is on for Celso Borges. Not really, no. No. He's actually really underperforming. I'm actually shocked. I guess it's Wales, Golf, Los Angeles. Blackburn. Rolando Blackburn is on for Rodriguez. See what that does. 76th minute. Yeah, that would be insane. I mean, hell, even now. Ronaldinho still has talent. If you saw that friendly he did right after the season ended at DraftKings Stadium, he's still got talent, Ronaldinho. I would say probably at this point, yeah. I'd say they're the more likely team to do it. LA's bottling it already. As long as Montreal don't win the Supporters' Shield, I'll be fine. I'm okay with... actually, I'd be really happy with Philly winning it. I'm good with them. 77th minute. Will LAFC win MLS Cup? No. No, not at all. No. They're already bottling it. Wouldn't it be funny if they do the reverse of what they normally do? Bottle it in the regular season and then win the MLS Cup. It would be weird, but I don't see them winning MLS Cup. They're choking. Real Madrid journalists are angry at Bale because they discovered he could speak Spanish. Now he actually speaks Spanish, but he still hasn't got his form back. Like, oh, wait, but Gareth Bale will do amazing in the World Cup. Like, he'll do amazing. Like, great. Wonderful. I don't know if it's enough to get Wales out of the group, but he'll do amazing in his possibly only 3 World Cup games. Wouldn't it be funny if it was U.S. and Wales coming out of the group and England got crashed out at the group stage? I'm not too bold to say that's possibly going to happen. I don't want to say that's possibly going to happen. I think U.S. is going to get out of the group. I'm sure of it. But England's not going to crash out at the group stage. USMNT will probably beat Wales. They'll probably beat Iran. England, they'll probably draw. But that actually means they probably would top the group. How about they just both suck? But Wales could beat Iran. And honestly, Wales could definitely beat England as well. Wales could definitely beat England as well. Then again, if Wales could beat England, the U.S. probably... It's actually possible. Four points. It's all about the Iran game then. USA could beat Portugal. Honestly, right now, yes. Under Fernando Santos, yes. Yes, they can. Here's a shot. Oh, past the post in the 79th minute. Alajuelense is just using that goal and coasting. They know they have it. They've put chances on, but they're just coasting at this point. They really don't need to destroy Alianza up a man. They really don't. I still believe Mexico will beat Poland and Saudi Arabia will draw against Argentina in the World Cup. If Mexico pulls their World Cup magic, they probably could, but I don't think they will. I think Neymar and Bell were guys who could win Ballon d'Or, but they prefer not to take football seriously. Agreed. Where have you been the past year? Argentina won the Copa America and they won the Finalissima. They'll be good. Don't worry. I don't know why you think they won't be good. This is like Messi's last chance, and they're going all in for it. They'll be good. Regrettably, they will be good. I hate to say it, but they will be good. Like, I don't know which crash out of the group would be worse. England crashing out with Wales and USA going through, or Argentina crashing out with Mexico and Poland going through. I don't know what would be more embarrassing. I don't know what would be more embarrassing. 80th minute. They need Christian Pavón to save Messi. Well, I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I don't think they will. I think this Argentina team is better than the team 4 years ago. I legitimately think so. I think so. That Argentina team was not that good. Not that good. Back in the 2018 World Cup. They're better now. They are way better now than they were 4 years ago. I mean, it doesn't mean shit, really, until you actually play the games, but they should do better. 81st minute, 1-0 on the night. 1-0 esta noche, 2-0 global, 2-0 on aggregate. Alajuelense is coasting, and they should be able to hold on to this. Mexico's facing Iraq in November, probably because Iraq has a similar playing style to Saudi Arabia. I would agree. Canada playing Qatar, probably because of their closeness to the Moroccan system. And Uruguay, because their similarness to the Belgian and Croatian, Moroccan and Croatian system is probably similar to Qatar. Uruguay, because of their similarities to the Belgian system, and Japan, because of their similarities to the Croatian system. That's very good friendlies. Paulo Dybala's in good form right now, and he's scoring bangers. Nice. Lovely. I knew Jose Mourinho would do good with him at Roma. I knew it. 82nd minute. This tie is about running out of time in that hourglass. Alajuelense looks like they're going through. That's 1-0 on predictions already in this round. After 2026, probably. I would say around 2025, 2026 is my guess. He does. No, I don't think it matters. Well, he didn't. He brought in Ricky Puig. So, yeah. Plays through. Ooh. Oh. That was a bad tackle, but they don't call a foul. 83rd minute. Alajuelense, if they get a second, this one is definitely over. All over. No question. But right now, it's definitely close to over. Plays forward. There it is. Mora. Crosses back. Oh! No foul. Sure about that? Yeah, it would be. Who you taking leg to? Tauro Motagua. Motagua. I have Motagua winning in Panama. I think they're the better team. I think they'll find what they need to find with away legs. Or within the away leg with the away goals. I think it's more likely for them to go through. There's rumors that if Vanny doesn't make the playoffs, that Landon Donovan and Robbie Keane will be the next coaches for the LA Galaxy. Oh, so they are. So you're telling me that Greg Vanny is about to get thrown on his ass and get thrown under the bus by Klein. Are you kidding me? Well, you know what? If you're going to do that, why not just give him back to Toronto? And then we'll kick Bob Bradley on his ass. How about that? Let's right the wrong that we so desperately screwed up on 2 years ago, please. If you're going to do that, Greg Vanny with Insigne and Bernardeschi, shit. We'd actually be good. We'd actually have a system with those world-class players that isn't outdated. Shit. Vanny's the knight in shining armor. And never let him go again. Damn. Come on. You know what? I'm rooting for. Yeah, throw him under the bus and be idiots. I agree the problem isn't Vanny, it's Klein. But if they're going to throw him under the bus, I'll take him back home. Let's let him go back home. Shit, what else is he going to do? If Toronto's not an idiot, not an idiot base, Bradley sucks. Greg Vanny was never the problem. Just like at LA, he was never the problem here. Why not bring him home? I'm sure he'd rather come home to his second home than go anywhere else, unless he goes somewhere in Europe. But I don't think at this point his stock is that high. So if LA is going to be that dumb, I want Vanny back. Bob Bradley's system is freaking expired in 2014. And he makes us drink that damn absolutely crap milk every week. Goal for LD Alajuelense. Plays through. Cross in. Alajuelense shot. Goal! 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 Alajuelense! Aaron Suarez in the 87th minute. That should do it. What a banger. What a banger. Goal. In the 87th minute. 2-0 esta noche. 2-0 on the night. 3-0 on aggregate. 3-0 Global, 3-0 Global, and Alianza is through. Who's in the CONCACAF Champions League so far? Violet from Haiti, Orlando, Pachuca, Atlas, León, Tigres, Real España. Looks like Alajuelense is about to be there. Looks like Olympia is going to be in there. So that's what we got so far. And probably Philly is the favorite for the Supporters' Shield. So, yes, I will. I know I'm not surprised you want that. Yes, I'm covering the 2 of the 3 Leagues Cup showcase matches because 2 of them are played on the same day and I think at the same time. So I'm covering 2 of the 3. But I think Atlas beats Real Salt Lake. I think America, is it America Nashville? America wins, even if it's Cincinnati America. Either way, America wins, and Chivas plays the other. I think it's Chivas Cincy, America Nashville. Yeah, Nashville is going to lose to America, and let's be honest, Cincinnati's going to lose to Chivas. They really didn't let Toronto play in these? Shit. You picked Cincinnati over Toronto? You sons of... Well, we'd probably be skull dragged, let's be honest. We'd probably be skull dragged, if we're being honest right now. 89th minute. Some Barcelona YouTubers said that Riqui Puig was going to be an awesome player. Well, it looks like he is. Do you think that Donovan and Robbie Keane would be a good pairing in MLS as coaches? Yes. But they'll just get thrown in the bus like Greg Vanney did. Klein's the problem. It'll be this rotating door for as long as it is. That's what I thought. Yep. I think all 3 Mexican teams win those games. I think RSL's have been fraud since June. Cross in, save. RSL's been fraud since June. Nashville is not as good as America. Chivas, they're better than Cincinnati. So, exactly. We're going to know by the end of the week all the Central American teams in the Champions League next year. We know the Caribbean Club champion. We know the Mexican teams. We know 1 American team. We know Vancouver Whitecaps, of course. We have 3 open spots left after this week, pretty much. The MLS Cup, the Supporters' Shield, and the opposite conference winner. And 2 of those will be decided on decision day. What the hell? Just take the shot. 90th minute. And then, of course, on November 5th, that last spot will be filled. If Klein doesn't resign or gets fired, he'll work the World Cup committee for the 2026 World Cup. And that's full-time. They're calling it already. Full-time, 2-0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate. 2-0 esta noche, 3-0 global. And Alajuelense have won their tie. They're going on to the semifinals, and they are going to the CONCACAF Champions League in 2023. Their CONCACAF League Odyssey is still alive to win the trophy for a second time in the final tournament. They'll be going to next year. CONCACAF Champions League. Was there a most improved award or something? No, there's no way to get in there as most improved, if that's what you're saying. That was quick full time. Hell, Toronto probably couldn't even get that spot. That's how shit they are. That was a quick full time. Tigres are up 4-1 over Chivas. And with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once subscribed, send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. Review will be out within the hour for this game. I'll see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Alajuelense is through.